Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. Oh man, I'm not quite full charge. Got a storm blowing in for tonight, and then I guess it's going to clear up for tomorrow, and things should be good again. Though every day this week we may get a little rain, so I got to keep most of the toys inside. Just a quick one on this generator. I don't know if any of you guys have picked these up. You buy them at Harbor Freight for about, with a coupon, I think they're down to 89 bucks. So I bought this a few years ago, and the reason why I bought it is I wanted to see what the power looked like, how well it controlled to 60 cycles, and how well it controlled the voltage. And you guys could look back at my videos, but a quick summary of it was, the closer you were to load, like if you had like 500 watts on it, the voltage was closer to 120, 125. If you're lightly loading it, it seems that the voltage was high. It was, you know, up around 140. It seemed also as you loaded it, your cycles got closer to 60 cycles. When it was lightly loaded, it was like 65, 68 cycles per second. And then, but when you got it under load, it worked its way closer to 60 cycles per second. If I had any electronics I cared about, I wouldn't use this generator for that. But this thing seems to be fine for circular saws and, you know, anything where you're not all that hung up about, you know, if you're a few cycles off or your volts are a little bit high. So this thing has been sitting around for a whole bunch of years. After I did my experiments on it, I really haven't had a blackout, or really haven't needed portable power. I haven't had a blackout such that I would use this thing, let me put it that way. And I really haven't needed portable power. The nice thing about it from a portable point of view, I mean, it's light, right? Probably, no, it's pinky light. So, just to look at it that way. Anyway, I went to start it, and it was a little fussy about starting. So I took a minute, and if you put your finger right there, right, you are literally touching the ball. There's a 10mm bolt on it. So what I did is I just spun that out and dropped the bowl. And I had turned the gas off, so the bowl was relatively clean. But I you know, cleaned the bowl up quickly, and there's a little brass jet that kind of goes sideways into the carburetor. You can see it as soon as you drop the bowl. I shot some carburetor fluid through that, and then I turned the gas on to make sure gas was flowing through it, and it trickled a little bit, and then it stopped. So at that point, I started looking closer at the gas tank, and they got this screen on here, so you really can't tell how much gas is in it. So I took the screen out of there and looked in, and sure enough, it was out of gas, which was probably the only thing wrong with it all along. So just a quick video telling you more or less that sometimes Harvey's a moron. But so I put gas in it, a little premix, and I just gave the string a quick pull. I'm doing this left-handed, so excuse me, but oops. By the way, that's not good for it here. Let me put this down. Make sure it's on. Anyway, so she fired right up. And I plugged in my fancy lamp. Seems like it's all happy. Now what I'm going to do is turn off the gas, disconnect the lamp, because you don't want to turn off the power with you don't want to run it out of gas or let it shut itself down under load. That's not good for them. Occasionally it happens to all of us because, you know, you got the house powered up and it runs out of gas, right? But generally speaking, you should really do your best to not run them out of gas when you got a load on them. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that it came right back to life. It still does what it's supposed to. I was also surprised when I was using this thing how good it was on fuel. It seemed like on a gallon of premix running at 500 watts that it would give you power for quite a while. There are people, by the way, if you go out and check various YouTube sources that run small air conditioners with them, and by small I mean you know, like 5,000 BTU. Some people have you know, run small air conditioners down south, trying to keep themselves from melting during the summer's heat. Once again, I'd be a little nervous if the air conditioner had electronics. You know, if it has one of those knobs for temperature that's basically setting a, you know, a bimetallic, you know, a thermostat, it would be fine. I'd be nervous about it if it was trying to set a digital one. Yeah, see that it's just run out of gas. I've seen that. I've seen people run, once again, non-electronic refrigerators. Go to YouTube, you'll see some of that stuff. I'd be a little more nervous about that, but there are people who do it and seem to have success. For me, I have a bunch of other generators, so there's really not much reason to. So I guess, I don't know, we could call this the Harbor Freight $89 alternator, generator, whatever you want to call it. A few years later, does it still run? Does it still generate power? And the answer comes back, yes, it seems to be fine. And what I would do is, you know, use some decent gas, some decent oil. I'd put some preservative in it, obviously. The best thing you could really do is run it completely out. But well, I did that obviously before, and I just did it again. But dropping the bowl is a piece of cake. I mean, you could just feel it. Reach down here, and my finger's on it right now, so it's that easy. 10 millimeters, you drop that, you clean it out. I didn't even take the jet out of the carburetor. I was able to spray carburetor cleaner through it and throughout the bottom of the carburetor. And once again, it fired right up on the first pull. After I did that, and then I came up here, and you guys could see if I wasn't doing a lefty, it would have started on the first pull. So there you are. Alright folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now folks.